got to go cut the camera off? Oh, man, really, make it hard. Oh, shit. I think this is all. Yeah, there you go.
It's already going.
Okay, this stuff. We're gonna make some grape wine. You can make whatever flavor you wanna make. I'm choosing grape because she likes grape a lot more. You can get cranberry, anything. Anything as long as it's 100% juice. Not 100% vitamins or 100% nothing else. 100% juice, no sugar added. Gotta have that kind. Nothing else. No substitute. You gonna have 1 cup of regular old sugar. Regular sugar. Nothing special. This here is called Star San. This is the sanitizer I use. I mix it with WD-40. Like, it's just it was a clean bottle that you put WD-40 in and spray. But I mix my little solution there. A lot of people use a bag, and I don't use a bag. I use a spray bottle. You know, this is sanitize everything you do. Everything. With that being said, I'm gonna start off with my bottle here. It's already been sanitized, but I'm just gonna show you for shits and giggles. I like to coat the whole bottle with the sanitizer. Hold that up. I did this plenty of times, ain't nobody got sick, so you don't rinse that off. You let it rinse itself. You're gonna need some kind of liquor. This ain't the drink, this ain't the mix in with it. It's gonna make its own alcohol. This for sanitizing purposes too. We're gonna get to that later. You got all that. You need a little funnel and a catch cook. I know you know the catch cook, but you'll figure it out in a second here. And these here are already some yeast I already used before. This some what you call dry champagne yeast. You can get it off Amazon, or if your city stock it, you can stock it. You can use bread yeast if you want to, but it leaves a little funny flavor and it ain't as good as this regular old alcohol making yeast. But they all gonna do the same thing now. Alright. With this catch cook, you're gonna take some of the juice out. A little more. Don't quite measurement because we gotta put a cup full of sugar in there. It ain't gonna raise it too much. You just put a cup full in there and enough room to shake it. Yeah. Your funnel comes into play. See, otherwise you can get a bigger funnel, you'll be better off and catch more. It don't even want to go through that. Shot might look funny because she run the battery out. She didn't let me know it was out until 30 minutes after recording. All this sugar is for the yeast to eat on. Then the yeast gonna doo-doo and make alcohol. See the sugar? You gotta shake them up, shake them up, shake them up. Shake them. This ain't no hooch and none of that stuff you make in prison. This is fine wine. Now what I'm trying to see now is how much sugar gonna settle to the bottom real quick. They'll let me know if I need to shake them some more. And if you can see that, just a tad bit down there, so I shake it up just a little bit. Done deal. No boogie. This pack of yeast is too much to go in here. I done used some out here already. I put it back in a Ziploc bag, keeping it a nice cool dry place. But I'm gonna use the rest of this just for sakes of it because I done had it so long. So all it takes is pretty much just like a couple pinches of yeast for this little bit amount that we making here. No, no, no. Quick shake. Done deal. You really didn't have to shake it at all in reality. You really don't. Now, in this sanitizer, I don't use city water. I use city water, but this right here, this is a filter. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff getting me all red or something. It filters out all the chlorine and everything. I don't want no chlorine in here. And when you store this, you want to store it at around 68 degrees. That's the best temperature for it to ferment and do what it do. You don't want it in no hot place. But like I said, this ain't jailhouse hooch. You don't want it in a hot place. You don't want it somewhere just cold. So I put it in the dark closet. No light on it. Because light makes germs when it mixes with certain things. Can you see the yeast floating around? Can we see the yeast?
Yeah.
Can we see the yeast? That's the yeast floating around. Alright. All this stuff you can find on Amazon, really though. I already done sprayed sanitize the airlock, which is on, you know, that part really ain't important. It's important, but it ain't important. Too important on that. Here comes the liquor part. You put just a touch of liquor in there like this. Not a little bit more. Because that's kind of almost a waste. I'm going to tell you the two reasons I do that. Alright. Just about this much. And the rest, again, with that water. Boom. Now what's gonna go on right here? I think I put a little too much in there. Too much water. Yeah. Alright. That is the wrong one. That's for the other bottle. Alright. What goes on with this airlock is that when that stuff starts foaming and breathing and doing what it do, fermenting and everything, it's gonna allow gas to come up and it's gonna bubble out of here and it's gonna keep the yeast in the air from getting back in. Because you got yeast in the air, but you don't want that yeast in your stuff here. Now that there, you sit it in your, like I said, in your closet or wherever you want to sit it for about at the least 12 days, at the least. But I always watch it once it get close. And when it start doing it, you'll see it bubbling and everything. It be doing all this little bubbling jump. But you'll see it doing what it do. And when it stop, it's really done. But like I said, 12 days at the least. You can't go longer. And now I'm gonna show you how to rack it. I forgot to tell you, the other reason of putting the alcohol in the airlock was if it ever was to, sometime it may foam up, and if it ever like suck it back in, and if bugs or anything get into that water, the alcohol will kill the germ. So that's why the alcohol in there, for another reason. Alright, with this process right here is the end. I don't get the light in the camera. Yeah, zoom into that right there. After about 12 days, at the most.
What's that,
Not
moonshine?
the most, at the least. It's wine. I think this sangria. This at about 12 days, you can still see the bubbles coming up. It's still doing a little fermenting and everything. But I'm gonna stop it at this stage because it's been well over 12 days. If you can see it. Can you see it? Or no?
Yes.
Okay. Everything uses the WD-40 now. You know it's WD-40. This
Really?
is you know what it was from the beginning. I already told you. But everything has been sanitized with this stuff.
What is that? That bag you stuffing up in there, what is that?
Let me get to it now. That's the filter. You don't have to have that
Oh
filter.
my God.
It's just another step I like to use. It leaves less sediment in the end. But it takes out like 1 micron of all the sediment get caught in the filter. But move the airlock. Oh man, I'm stuck in there. I can see it's been a minute. I like to do most times clean as I go.
That's how you clean your Thanksgiving stuff too.
And this stuff, like I said before, you don't rinse it. It do itself. Alright.
You know I'm kind of short to be doing this.
Find your right angle. When you stick this tube in, there's another way you can do it. If you put it in a jar or something that's got a spigot on it, or if you make your own, you don't put it at the bottom. You have it up because all the yeast and everything gonna settle to the bottom, so you have it up a little high, and you can let all this free flow out into your container. And all that stuff be left in the bottom, but you'll lose a lot too. So I like to put this at the edge.
So you gonna lose what? What's down there?
Lose a lot of wine. If you do it that way, it depends on how high you have your spigot. If you make your own container, which I wouldn't recommend because it ain't that easy to do.
Look mighty hard with that arm thing on.
I gotta use my other one because this one here is I think it's got a hole in it because it's starting to lose prime all the time. As you can see the wine going down. Yeah, this the I didn't label these bottles because I ain't had but one grape in a sangria, and I already did the grape. This is sangria. So I know how light it is. It's the sangria. Don't let that touch the bottom. You see how it lost prime?
Don't let what touch the bottom.
Don't let this tube touch the bottom of this because you're going to suck in all that yeast. And that's a waste. That yeast is waste. It ain't going to hurt you. But you don't want it. Some people drink it. I won't drink it. Because it's still going to settle at the bottom of the bottle anyway, because I could filter it another time. This process is actually called racking it. I guess this thing got a hole in it. I don't use it so much.
Time to upgrade.
No, I got another one. Sometimes when I buy stuff, I like to buy more than one.
I know.
And for that reason right here.
That's why you overflowed.
You're not stuck. When it come down to it, you be like, oh man, nah, I can't do this and do that. But
So that's your final process right there. It's gonna be left in that thing you pumping it in, that jug or whatever.
No, then I gotta do what I do. So you jumping the gun.
I'm just asking questions.
You
I don't know how to make one.
man. You the camera woman. You don't ask the question. Today you the camera woman.
Zip, zip, zip.
See, I could have pulled this in here too. And like I said, and then when you get to the bottom end and then start trying to sift it out, but you don't want to disturb it. Like when I bring it in here, I try not to shake it as much. This is that worse. I try not to shake it as much because I don't want to disturb that sediment at the bottom. And in all reality, this should just free flow out anyway, because it's higher. And like I said, this filter is not a process you need. I just like to use it for extra. Back at it.
Oh, my bad. I have no questions.
Why should you?
You told me I was the camera woman. I don't have questions.
Good.
I will ask you why you like using that filter bag.
I already told you in the start. If you'll listen. That's why you the camera woman.
Half the time I don't.
That's why you have problems. A lot of people in the world have problems because they don't listen.
Oh, don't finish telling your story, baby.
Alright.
What is that? That look like... Look like something in the bottom of a Coke can.
That is dead yeast.
Dead yeast. I heard that.
Jesus Christ.
And while they're doing this final drip, cleaning it up as it go. Because if you let this stuff sit up, it'll start staining. Then you'll think you got dirty equipment, which is actually a stain. You can run a little tiny bit of bleach through this hole, but you have to rinse it real well in order to get it out. Because you don't want no impurities when you're doing this, because when you're making wine, it can all go bad because you got impurities inside the equipment. Same thing with the bottle. I said you can rinse it out with bleach too. It's easier to get the bleach out of this versus that little tube. But that's all I would put in. I wouldn't put no soap in it. That soap leaf was filmed. And two, with this bottle, as you can see, this bottle was bought as apple juice at the grocery store. I used this bottle. I bought this bottle just for that purpose. Just for this purpose, I bought this bottle. And as I keep twisting around it, it eventually gets all the residue out. And you see, I'm not using the bleach. I don't need to. Then you take some of the sanitizer, which a lot of people, I think they waste their sanitizer. They make a big basin and they pour the sanitizer in, and then they dip the ball and everything in them. But I just spray mine like this. And then that's gonna drip its way out. Alright. And you know a filter keeps stuff inside, so I'm gonna try to backwash this filter. That's first step, backwashing it back in. I don't want to embed all the stuff inside the filter. And I'm not going to completely thoroughly wash it right now because I'm thinking to do something else with it. So I'm just giving it a quick rinse pretty much. As you saw at the beginning, this stuff was still gassing off, had the little bubbles in it. There's tablets you can buy that's called degassing tablets. But this here, I'm using this little processor in order to, what you call it, like you had a drink with a lot of fizz in it, like Coke. That's what this is like right now. It's got a lot of fizz in it, so. What is burning my throat? Maybe it's this. Yep, it is. It's strong.
Yeah, I need to go and drink that now.
That's that gas coming out. This here is gonna stop all this. I know it's looking like a smoothie right now. No set time on doing this. You just actually want to listen at how the bubbles are coming out and everything, and you can hear it, and you'll know how much really. I can't explain it, but I'll just do mine a little bit because I like a little fizz left in mine. I recommend a bigger funnel than this too, because it will make a mess. That's after I degassed it, it started to settle up, and it'll be easier for you to wait till it settle before you pour it, because it's gonna gas up and everything.
Well, you just can't wait.
I'm ready to get this out of the way. See how it's foaming and everything? Here we go. This bottle not gonna fill up all the way anyway, because this is that small apple cider bottle I was using. The other bottle I have more in it.
How long is that ready for consumption?
Right now, if you want some foam, wait till it cool down. Not cool down, but settle down. Let's say settle down. I just did one right here. That was about 15 minutes ago. That's the grape. That's what that's gonna turn to, but as you can see, it's gonna turn to that little color down at the bottom. It might, no, it ain't got no more gas in it. And you can go get yourself one of these aerometers, and it'll tell you how much alcohol that you done made. I be running come with somewhere close to 10% alcohol. And that is your final process of making you some wine.
I'm not that short.
At home.